Previous classes we had been learned that individualization, society going on, types of society, characteristics of society, and origin of society, etc. Yesterday we had been learned that tribal society.
Good morning, sir.
Yes, good morning, Abhisha. Can you see the slide show, Abhisha? Jefflin Shaija, can you see the slide?
Yes, sir.
Thank you, thank you. Yesterday we had been learned tribal problems. Today we have to start with tribal development and welfare. India have been taken considerable measures to support tribal and promote welfare. First measure is that constitutional safeguard. Constitution of India having various provisions. Article 342, Article 164, Article 244 and 275. These are the provisions in the constitutions protect the rights of tribal people. Second, representation in legislators. For example, Article 330 and 332 emphasize, mainly in Panchayat election, they governed by tribal people. Separate constituencies, for example, MP and MLA's constituencies, only for tribal people. The other person not allowed to contest. So only tribal people, the person only contest, and every year the considerable number of tribal MPs and MLAs represent. MPs in central government, MLAs in state government. Third one, reservation policy in service. As we know that, for example, every types of job, government job, reservation for this backward class as well as SC and ST. ST means scheduled tribe, tribal society, tribal people. So every government job, particular percentage reserved for tribal people. Fourth measure, administration of scheduled and tribal area. Administrated by central government in separately. Fifth one, tribal advisory council. It is a council provide advice. Advice to government. Regarding tribal people and their people conditions. So every year and time to time the council advise to government and formulate program to promote welfare of the tribal people. Sixth one, commissioner. For the scheduled caste and tribe. Commissioner, who is a person, conduct a commission or study regarding a particular tribal society and what are their issues and report to the government and formulate program to solve their problems. Seventh one, welfare department in the states. Central government as well as state government having separate departments. Nowadays separate ministries, Ministry of Tribal Welfare concerning well-being of tribal population. Eighth one, educational facilities. As we know that people living in deep jungle, there is no schools. So government offer various programs only for tribal population to improving the education. Mainly scholarship, free and fair education, reservation in higher education, for example, MBBS, nursing, etc. Then scholarship. Scholarship from the school level, secondary, higher secondary and college level. Mainly free education given by the government. Then economic opportunities. They provide financial support and technical support to start new businesses within the tribal society and how to develop and try to develop the economic status of tribal population. Then Tribal Research Institute. It is an institute conduct research on tribal population. On tribal population. Regarding their geographical areas, their primitive technology, study research on their primitive technology and develop and findings and try to develop their own culture as well as their own technologies within the tribal population. 12th one, Integrated Tribal Development Program. It is a program focused on multi-sector, education, health, sanitation, economic infrastructure, etc. The education concerning this, for example, there is no school in the tribal area. Due to various factors, there is no road facilities. So government offer the separate hostel facilities only for tribal students. When you go to Pechipara, a Cornish tribal population in our district, there is one of the hostel available. So their students are from that jungle and stay in these hostels and study, free food, cloth, everything. So this is a integrated tribal development program focus on multi-sector and try to develop, promote well-being of tribal people. Then agrarian society. Agrarian meaning dominant type of economic activity is agriculture. Before I would like to ask some questions. Sharmi M. Sandana Janisha, Santana Janisha, yes, Jefflin Shaija.
Yes, sir.
Can you list a few welfare measures for tribal society?
Constitutional safeguards, representation in legislature and panchayat, reservation policies in the service, administration of
Okay.
schedules.
Can you explain about reservation policy? Can you explain about reservation policy? Yes, good answer, Jefflin. Thank you. Reservation is a very important one. Okay. The reason is that this tribal population is that very low quality of their education. So government reserve the job only for tribal population, tribal people. So other person cannot enter that the place of job. So if a person study and primary qualifications, getting easy to join civil service, the government job, as well as education in the higher educations, reservation available and scholarship. So these are these welfare measures for the tribal. Mainly this every advertisement for government offer for the job, that time there are the reservation available, for BC, general category, then SC and ST. ST means scheduled tribe, is a tribal population, tribal people of tribal society. Next, agrarian society, meaning Economic activity is agriculture. Look at this picture. Land, plant, cattle. Can you see this? Is villages. This may be called as village community or rural community. People doing agricultural job. Maximum number of people doing agriculture. Agrarian. Harvesting. Look at this picture. Harvesting. Define agrarian society. Agriculture is primary means of substance, economy that relies heavily on agricultural production. Rice, wheat, milk, etc. Features and characteristics. First feature, occupational structure based on agriculture, plant. Second, forms of land. Forms mean different types of land. Having landlords, supervisory farmers, cultivators, sharecroppers. These are the job category who are working in land. Landlord means who have acres of land. Supervisor farmer who is supervise the agricultural work. Cultivators to do packing the plant, do cultivate or growth of plant. Then sharecroppers who collect the who collect the yield from agricultural field. Third one, village community system. So people of village or agrarian society living nearby the land. Land and surrounded their house and surrounded their own land and do agriculture. Fourth one, minimal division of labor. As we had learned about, divisions, this supervisors, cultivators like this. Fifth one, role of family, having striking features. The family members having closely related and peaceful living, mainly joint family system. In one house living more than one family. Which means this in villages having unique features of family system, mainly joint family and endogamy, etc. Sixth one, sense of unity. The people of agrarian society cooperate with each other and work together. Seventh one, informal social control. The agrarian society have been controlled by informally. There is no definite law, but systematically controlled by family members and religion. family and religion informally controlled the agrarian society. Eighth one, simplicity and uniformity. Simple way of life. They do not use any costly materials. They fulfill their need within the society. Next, uniformity. The culture, mainly food habits, way of dressing, code, and pattern of behavior is having unique and uniform. Then industrial society, any question about this agrarian society? Abhisha, yes. Abhisha.
Yes, sir.
Can you define agrarian society? Agrarian. Okay. Jefflin, can you say important words in that definition?
Yes, sir.
Yes, important
The
words.
community in which the agriculture is primary means of subsistence and economy that relies heavily on agriculture production.
Yes. Thank you, Jefflin. Industrial society. It may be called as urban. Same characters. Got this picture, industry. A society having maximum lot of industries. Maximum of people working in industrial area. Definition: integrated by complex network, occupational specialities, supporting manufacture of material goods. So clear about it. In agrarian society produce agricultural production, here industrial society producing materials, manufacturing goods, material goods. Characteristics: modern family. Which is modern family? Nuclear family. Just imagine industrial society means cities, Chennai, Mumbai, Calcutta. So in modern cities, people migrated from village to city. So maximum of families are nuclear families. Second character, economic characteristics. New system of production, distribution, exchange. Mainly using modern technology for production and distribution. In modern industries. Third one, occupational subsystem. So every job systematically divide. Super specialities. Including healthcare in industrial society. Healthcare industries nowadays using the word. Corporate hospitals. Fourth one, segmental roles. Student, this is the important knowledge. Everyone need to understand, know about it. This every mega city is segmented into various areas. First, industrial area. That area only lot of industries. Multinational industries as well as national industry. For example, software industry as well as material goods, service goods, etc. Next, residential area. Residential area means the people living that area, that segment. Third one is that commercial area, business. The people come and purchase the product and sell the product. Commercial area. Mainly in Chennai and Mumbai concerning the import and export. They separate segments. So every industrial society having different segment. Then 5, impersonality of relationship. In agrarian society, people sentiment of relation, but here impersonal relationship. 7th one, status to contract. Every activities based on agreement. For example, when you join in a job in city, first agreement between employer and employee, contract. Then only join in a job, and according to that contract, do some work and earn money, economic activities, transaction. 7th one, social mobility. Social mobility means change of social status. In city, rapid changes. As we know that a poor person living in a village and travel to city, and within 5 or 10 years, the person become multimillionaire. So reason is that in city having all the facilities, educational facilities, economic opportunities, etc. 8th one, position of woman is very high in city. Educated woman more in agrarian, this industrial society. Woman working in industry, software industry, as we know that when you go to Chennai, maximum of women working in software industries earning more money than men. Also, we need to think about hospital, multi-specialty hospitals in industrial society, mainly this hospital, healthcare industries, nurses and other healthcare professionals working, the women having more benefit. Ninth one, divorce and economic. This fact is that the more number of divorce only in a industrial society. The reason is that women and men having their own job, earning money, they have been taken their own decisions. So which cause this phenomenon, deviance and anomic means normal less life. Tenth one, different subculture. Anybody having experience in mega cities, Chennai, Mumbai? When you go to a city, travel, just walk in a street, within a street having multicultural people. For example, first family house may be Malayali, second house Tamil, third one Gujarati, fourth one Marathi, next one is that Punjabi. Clear about it? So reason is that the people migrated from all over the India as well as all over the world for various purposes, for economic, due to economic opportunities and educational purpose, travel to city, industrial society and access their services and living there. Clear about it? So which creates subculture. So when you go to, for example, when you go to Chennai, maximum of people speak in other languages. Malayalam, Telugu, Kannadam. But Tamil is few people only speak in various places. Tamil speaking people is this capital of Tamil Nadu. Understand about it? So this is the reality of industrial society. People migrated from all over the world, all over India and every parts of the Tamil Nadu and living in city. This is a unique character of industrial society. 11th one, live under stress and strains. Due to overpopulation, population explosion in cities, due to imbalanced growth of industries, lack of traveling facilities, prime time people difficult to travel, people collide with each other, which leads to stress, pollution, strain, etc. Then health status of societies. Industrial society having more health status than all other societies due to factors, educational and economic factors. The people only come for in industrial area, they working in industry. So people, they want to education, enough education, enough money. So the people access the healthcare services and more healthier than other society. Then agrarian society, moderate level of health status due to lack of infrastructure and facilities. In agrarian society only having primary health centers, there is no super specialty hospitals. Then lack of illiteracy, maximum of Indian villages, people suffer from illiteracy. So which leads to this health status in moderate level. Then students, tribal people of society. The tribal people suffer from various healthcare issues, low health status. The reason is that they have been living in or excluded from other society. There is no road connection with other people. There is no school, there is no hospitals. People living in having superstitious belief and unstandardized culture, which cause to lower health status. Infant mortality is very, very high, maternal mortality is as well as more. So these are the health matters regarding societies. So industrial societies higher health, tribal lower. Then man and society. Man need society to fulfill their fundamental needs. Before I like to ask question from previous section. Puja Ashmida. Fabina Mary. Fabina Mary.
Yes, sir.
Can you list a few characteristics of industrial society?
Social mobility,
Yes, can you explain about social mobility?
for the work purpose,
Yes, excellent. This mobility means movement, social status, lower to higher status. That's why I given one illustration. A person travel from village to city. Within few these years, become rich person due to their facilities in job opportunities. The person can change their status quickly from lower to higher status, economic status, educational status, etc. Thank you, Pravina Mary. Next, we need to think about what are the relations between man and society. Man needs society to fulfill their needs. What are the needs? Abraham Maslow listed that, physiological need is a fundamental need. Safety or security need. Self-esteem, self-actualization. Every types of needs have been fulfilled by society. So, man needs society to fulfill their every needs. Second, next point, man is a social being. gregarious in nature. Any man would like to live alone, no man living with alone, So that is the nature of society. The man want to interact with every components of society. Enjoy group life. When interact with family members and educational system, friends and occupational setting, human life, individual and society always go together. So without individual, there is no society, So every individual have been create the society for fulfill their needs. That is a philosophy. Individual and society go together, cannot separate. Man needs society to meet their needs. Some relationship here listed here. Individual and family system. Individual create the families to fulfill their fundamental needs. Can you list what are the fundamental needs? Physiological needs. Food, water, shelter, sex and maternity needs. Second, religion. Individual need religion to fulfill their religious need, mainly belief. Belief towards supernatural. Belief towards power over man. Third one, individual need education for their develop their personality, develop their status, economic status, educational status. Man or individual need economic system or economy to improving their economic status and fulfill their desires. 5. Individual interact with community to promote their community life, group life, 6th one, individual and social groups. Interact with every kind of group. Choose a group and enjoy their life. Somebody group, negative groups, somebody choose positive groups. So advise to choose positive groups for better health. Then welfare organizations. The individual do welfare and interact with welfare organization and support to well-being of the vulnerable sections, mainly child, women, elders and disabled. Then individual interact with government to fulfill their power need, political power. Every individual democratic system, power to govern the people democratically. Then individual interact with ecosystem to promote environmental health. Somebody interact positively, others maybe damage the environment. So we need to encourage to support environmental friendly interaction with ecosystem. What are the types of environment? Physical, biological and socio-cultural. Mainly physical environment concerned to promote environmental health. Then role and functions of nerds in society we will learn next class. Now questions regarding man and society. Xenomol.
Yes, sir.
Can you talk about man and society? What are the, can you list a few relations between man and society? Man means individual, okay? Which means including both individuals, relationship with society. Yes, speak out, Shinumol.
Individual needs of education.
Excellent. It's enough. You know, one point is emphasized by Shinumol. The individual or man needs society to fulfill their educational needs.
Communication.
Yeah, to promote communication, interact with other people. You know, man is a gregarious this being. They want to group life, to enjoy their life and days. Thank you, Shinumol.
Thank you, sir.
Okay. Any questions regarding today's discussion? So today key points we had been learned. What we had learned that tribal solutions, tribal problem, their solutions, agrarian society, industrial society, man and society. Now why man need society? So today key point is that the industrial society people having more health status than other societies due to economic and educational factors. Okay, we are nurses, should be think about health matters of society. But agrarian society middle level of health status. So more than tribal population, but tribal people low level of health due to us lack of infrastructure and their culture away from excluded from the other societies. Then man needs society to enjoy the life, which is a simple point to why man needs society to fulfill their all needs. This, which was emphasized by Abraham Maslow, you know, that all needs are fulfilled by the when we interact with society. Okay, any questions? Jefflin Shaija, any innovative idea?
Yes, sir.
Yes, can you ask to me? Any questions? Any new idea you have?
No, sir. No questions.
Okay, thank you, Jefflin. Okay, students, thank you everyone. Have a nice day. Enjoy the day.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Thank you.